Hey guys, so it's really important for you to take time in your home or on your porches to sit and study what your winter's going to look like, because I do tend to sit outside and inside and look at my gardens, because it's all about us gardeners. No one else is going to sit here and look at my garden except me, and I want color this year because I don't have any winter interest down in the upper garden across from the water barrels. So as you can see, it's a lovely space, and so I have hellebores. Hellebores bloom in the winter, and we're planting those today. I also have another little treat before we go to the hellebores. If you can take a look at this vase, at these little cosmos. All right, those flowers are still in bloom, and these cosmos, they are it's amazing that they survive, let alone bloom. Before we get in the garden though, here's my other wonderful seating area. In the winter, this is where we put a heater, move the table out that direction, and myself and the cats, we sit here, have our coffee, and we look in this direction. And to think that I'm going to have white blooms, plum blooms, blooms with little red edges, makes me very happy. So that's why we're planting hellebores. And let's head to the garden and we'll get started. But I've already gone ahead. I think it's important always to mark your new plants, because I don't know about you, but I don't always remember. And I'm a calendar person, and I'm going to take a little sip here. The good thing about a calendar is, with those cosmos, they were planted March the 26th, right there, written on the calendar. And guess when they bloomed? Last week. Yeah, here it is, the end of September. And all summer long, I kept looking at these beautiful plants. And finally, look at these beautiful, get as close as you can to those beautiful pink centers. This is called Seashell Mix. It looks gorgeous with my zinnias, with the leftover snapdragons, with a caladium in bloom. Delayed gratification. I love it. I'll do it again, but I needed to show you it does happen. It's worth the wait. Will I do it again next year? Probably. Now that I know that they bloom late, it gives me so much color. It's wonderful. Now, here we are. This is the area that we'll be planting the hellebores. So here are my beautiful plants. Jim and I, we ordered these together probably back in March. We both forgot about them, and they showed up. Look how nice these plants are. These are from Breck's, and they've come packaged very nicely. This is the Picotee, the plum, and the double white. And hellebores, they prefer, I'm going to scoot back in the shade a little bit and squat down so it's not in my eyes, but they prefer some shade, partial shade to full shade. So this area gets a little bit of sun, but they'll do perfect here. They also like to be on a well-drained area. It's nice to be on a hillside because you'll see their little faces turn towards, you'll be able to see the faces better. And they are good through, they bloom February through May. They are evergreen in areas zone 4 through 9, and we are now zone 6, not a 5B. We're in Weston, West Virginia, and they are a zone B. You plant them, they like to be in well-drained soil with compost. So I have, what I'll be using today, I have my own compost. I am going to put a little biotone starter for their roots. And the other thing is, you never have to divide them. They are deer resistant, which is fantastic, because all of this netting over there here is to prevent the deer from coming in and eating my plants. So let's get started. I've already dug a hole back here behind this clematis, which will be beautiful for the double white. I think it'll show up best. I also have compost in there, and I have the biotone. I'm not going back in there because I know I will fall into that fence, and there's no reason for that. So this little nice double white will get planted when we're finished. Let's go over here and here we go. Let's dig this hole. I've got a bucket here that I'll put the extra. This is pretty clay soil. And so I'm going to dig this out a little bit more and then put all compost. Another shovel full, just like this. That'll go on the compost. Now, let's get a couple shovelfuls of my compost. And if you don't have your own compost, just buy packaged compost. That easy. These plants do not like to be planted deeply, so you only want to plant them to their crowns. There we go. We'll do that. I'll add a little biotone right in there. And I'm going to go ahead, just get this. This is where my plum is going. Yep, winter plum. They also recommend that you try and shake off as much of the soil that they came in. Look at those nice roots. And we're going to plant that in my soil. So here we go. Just like that, just to the crown of the plant. And I'm going to go ahead, put my mulch around it, and we'll water them in. Let's go over here and we're going to go ahead and do the Picotee, which I like saying that word, Picotee red. Get him right here. This gets a little more sun, so we'll see how this one does. A lot of clay. This was all filled in after we took a tree when we moved here. There was a large evergreen tree that John's Tree Service. There we go. Small gardens are great because you don't have to go far to to get rid of anything. We don't need that. But you can see it's really clay-like. There we go. Get that out of here. I like clay soil. It's easy to amend. Compost, little manure. There we go. But this does drain well. We don't have problems with water standing here. So we got plenty of nice compost. This is my compost. In October, I quit, is when I turned my compost from this year. Everything that has been put in from last October to this year gets situated, it gets transferred to where the usable compost is. And I think I did a little video on that. All right, there's that. And my plant is right here. Let's get a little biotone. The biotone has to go in. The biotone is great for the roots. And this time of year, you know, the soil is still warm, so the root system is really going to pick up. But I can't wait to see the blooms. We'll dig this right like this. Here we go. Just like that. Isn't that plant healthy looking? And to think it's going to stay evergreen. I'm really hoping, because I do want to do more evergreen things that aren't fussy. What you need to keep them. I didn't mention this. You want to water them real well right now because this is their growing season now and through winter. So if it's dry, I'll keep them watered. In the summer, though, you don't have to worry about it being too hot because that's when they go dormant. So isn't that a nice break for a while? Anyhow, there you have it. I'm going to water them in. And now we just get to wait and see the blooms, which I will show you. No different than showing you the blooms on those sweet little cosmos. So anyhow, thanks for being with me today, planning our winter garden is fun. And I'll look forward to showing you the other things we'll be planting for spring next year. My bulbs, my garlic, some other little evergreen globe arborvitaes we're going to put in the ground. But anyhow, just don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you'll know when the next video is coming up. And thanks for being with me on this beautiful day. Bye.